Hello, Dr. Vadia, and hello, the whole GG Ahmedabad and Pune team. And welcome to all of you, those who are joining us from different places of the world. Those who are joining us, welcome to our Saturday GEG Ahmedabad and Pune session. So do let us know from where you are from in the chat. And we have kept a special Zoom session so that we can have a more interactive Q&A. So at the end of the session, feel free to raise your hand and we will, you can open your mic, you can open your camera and talk to us. And of course, Dr. Vadia will tell us what this special session is today about.
Yeah. So as Reshma said, we have kept a special Zoom session so that we can interact with each other. And our main purpose is to just share the interaction with the teachers, with the educators. And today, basically, we're going to learn about Google Currents. And Reshma, we have got many registrations today, almost more than 80. And they are from different parts of the world, but we are still awaiting people to join. So maybe we just have some sharing of information in the previous for first 3 to 5 minutes, and then we can start the concept, the session. So anyone who has joined in this session, be not a member of Ahmedabad or Pune as yet, and please introduce themselves. So far as my knowledge goes, all members are there. Yeah. Scott has joined from US. Hi, Scott.
Hello. I'm not sure if I'm a member or not. Greetings from the San Francisco Bay Area.
You are a member, Scott. You are very much a member. Welcome.
Very nice to see you all.
Very nice to see you, Scott, after a long time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
I look forward to learning all about this new Google enterprise endeavor. Thank you. And
really hats off to your learning endeavor, your learning spirit, Scott. You have been doing marvelous things. I mean, you're doing very well. We are all learning from you, rather. And it's really nice to learn that you learn from these sessions. I mean, you're really humble of you.
I find Twitter very helpful for learning. So I will tune into all your Twitter feeds.
Awesome. Yeah, so those who are joining us for the first time or those who are not on Twitter, I'm not publicizing or advertising for Twitter, but I would seriously recommend that you follow all of us. So we will put our handles in of Twitter in the chat, and do follow us and follow the people that we follow, and we will also follow you back, because there is so much of information shared between the educators that are joining from different parts of the world. You see different things that are happening around the world in your field of education. And that is how we learn and we grow, by looking what each of us are doing, sharing our expertise. So those who are joining us right now, welcome to the session. Please feel free to turn on your mic, raise your hand, and let us know where you are from.
Yeah, by the time I will just share a quick email to all the registered candidates so that they start joining us.
Sure.
So we have good members joining from, one there is Rakhi Goel, then there is Mini CP. I would just wish, can you please introduce yourself? Just open up your mic and just be in any informal way. This is not a formal learning session. We are all educators in the same field and we learn from each other. So can you please share yourself? Just go for a quick email.
Yeah. So Payal ma'am, Ritika ma'am, you want to start so that others can join us?
Sure, ma'am. So I have planned an activity where we will just take a moment and think about the things that we are grateful for. So to begin with the session, I'll just share the link over here, and I will request everyone to join this Jamboard. Okay, so I prepared 4 slides over here. The first thing is, what made you laugh or smile today? So think of something which made you laugh or smile. Write it down, use a sticky note from here on the left side. Then move on to the next slide. What relationships are you grateful for? Be it a family or a friend. So you must be grateful about some relationships. Please write over here. Moving on to the third slide, you need to write down one word that describes you best. So just pick one word that would tell us about you. And the last slide is, how did technology make your life easier today? So I'm sure we all have hundreds of reasons to say that technology made my life so easy during the pandemic and still now when the schools have reopened. Just think of one good reason that helps us to know that how technology made your life easy. Be it a Google map that you use today, be it Chrome that you used for searching something today, maybe a recipe. That's what I did. I used Chrome for searching a recipe today. Just pick a sticky note and then write it down so that we all can share our thoughts with each other.
Interesting. So Ritika, you posted the link in the chat for us?
Yes, ma'am. I hope everyone has received it. I'll share it again. And I can see some comments here.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see some answers here. Okay, my beagle. Wow. I would like to mention my answer as well. I'll go with my cat Rio.
And those who are using the Jamboard for the first time, Ritika, you want to give them a little bit of idea about what is Google Jamboard and what we can do with that?
Yeah, sure. So Jamboard is my personal favorite tool. It's an interactive whiteboard and it comes with a lot of activities that you can plan for your colleagues, for your, if you are working as a trainer, then you can use it for starter activities like this. And if you are a teacher, then Jamboard is the best tool that you can use. You can make your classes so interactive. You can post images, you can ask your students to annotate, and you can add pictures and so many things over here. Okay, I've got some answers here. My daughter's face, a vision of a flower in the morning. Wow. Okay. What relationships are you grateful for? Family and friends. My family, yes. Such lovely answers. My daughter will make my life more meaningful. So true. I'm going to post my answer here.
This is so much fun when you even do it to know each other who are your colleagues. So you just talk to them, you go through different classes and in between whenever you have time, because you don't even know everybody in your staff room. So it is just your few friends that you talk to in between the classes. So I think even like we use it in our classrooms, it is still beautiful when it is within our own school and community.
And we've got some wonderful answers. So we have cheerful people, passionate learner over here, tech-savvy educators. That's what we require right now for Jayashree Ma'am session. And eager to learn new concepts. Thinking about funny books. Okay, that's nice. I think we can continue with this activity later on. So, and we can move ahead with Payal Ma'am's activity. Those who have joined just now, I'll share the Jamboard link again and you can fill your answers later.
Perfect. Welcome to all of you, those who just join us. Now the number is more. And we are into a wonderful activity on Jamboard with Ritika ma'am. And she has shared the link with us. So feel free to join that activity, or that link will always be active till the end of the session. We can continue working on that activity, and we can, or you can just directly join new activity that Payal ma'am is going to share with us all.
This is the best part of technology, so that anyone joining even a little late can catch up using these kind of tools. So
perfect. I'm still working on that activity actually. So
looking forward to all the answers.
Yeah, for all those who have just joined, so welcome to this particular session of GEG Ahmedabad and Pune. And today we're going to learn about Google Currents. We're just having a warm-up activity so that everybody becomes familiar with each other. And we have to be. It's a very informal session. It's a very casual session, and we're going to learn in this way. So please feel free to contribute yourself. I think next we have Palmam. What are we having the activity?
Yes, sir. Hello, welcome to everyone. And let's start our warm-up activity. I just shared my screen.
So this is going to be an engaging activity. Everyone, please participate.
Yes, everyone, please participate in and just write your answer in the message box. This activity is regarding the guess the logo. You have to guess the logo according to the pictures. So I think Which logo is this?
KFC. And we've
yeah.
got the right
KFC.
answers.
Yes, KFC is the right answer. I think it's a
Google.
very definite. Yes, it's a Google by default. And it's a
YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube because we are nowadays tech savvy. This one?
Superman.
Yeah.
Yes, Superman. Superman is the right answer.
You have given
Again,
choices, Payal ma'am. You have given choices. That has made it very easy.
Yes. This one?
Toyota.
Mhm.
Toyota.
Toyota, right.
Toyota, yeah.
This?
Android.
Android. Android, iCloud, Android. Now this is something like tricky.
Yeah, I see a lot of people in the chat are also giving the answers. So feel free. We are a small group. Feel free to turn on your mic and give us the answer. That is also absolutely welcome.
It's
Yes,
Android.
it's an Android.
Yes, Android.
Okay, let's check it. Yes, this is Android.
Mhm.
And
Baskin and Robbins.
Yeah.
Baskin and Robbins. Yes, definitely. This one?
Olympics.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell
This
you
one?
all about a funny thing about Baskin Robbins. On 31st of each month, Baskin Robbins gives free ice cream. Or used to. 1.31, yeah. $3
Wow.
or something. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, this is a Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Windows.
I think it's obvious.
Home.
Home.
Again, this is obvious.
Map. Map.
Yes,
Google Maps.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon, but obvious.
Swiggy.
Swiggy.
कर दो order.
Everybody must be very happy.
Is that
Squeaky.
in
Basket.
Big basket.
Big
Big
basket.
basket. Yes, correct answer.
Duo.
Google Dio.
Duo.
Yes, you.
Flipkart.
Flipkart. Pizza Hut या Domino's?
Domino's.
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 Everyone is
I think
hungry.
Ashish sir feeling hungry, right? Ashish sir?
Apple.
Amit sir is feeling hungry. This one?
Teams.
Microsoft Teams.
Teams. Yes, it's a Teams. Oh, it's my favorite.
Cartoon.
Cartoon
Network.
Network.
Cartoon Network.
Twitter.
Obvious.
Twitter.
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 Again,
WhatsApp.
obvious.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Batman.
Batman.
Batman, yes.
Nike.
Nike.
Mhm.
Myntra.
It's a mantra, yes.
Snapchat.
Snapchat. Yeah,
Pepsi.
I think this is tricky.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
Pepsi.
Metro.
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 Mm.
Metro.
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yes.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fun. And a
Yes.
and a good learning and a refresher also. Right?
Yeah. This can be one of the very good activities for the students,
Mhm.
so that
Yes,
they
yes,
get
definitely.
logos.
Yeah. Sometimes they want a little break from the regular
Studies.
subject or the specific thing that they are doing, and you can share such kind of activity, and this is still a learning. Like, you are not diverting, you're still giving them a chance to learn something different than that they were doing now. So thank you so much, Payal ma'am and Ritika ma'am, for sharing these collaborative activities for our class. And now we welcome Jayashree Nair ma'am. So Jayashree ma'am is a co-leader of GEG Ahmedabad, and she is here to give us a special session on Google Currents. So welcome Jayashri ma'am, and thank you so much for accepting our request to teach us what Google Currents is and how you use in your organization. So please tell us something about yourself and we will start the session.
Sure.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, whoever is present over here. And first of all, I should here present. I think my internet is. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
So, okay. Because I thought somebody's, Reshma ma'am was not able to hear, I think, so I'll repeat again. Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much, Dr. Vadia and Reshma ma'am and all the GEG group members here present for giving me this platform to share my skills. Just a small brief about myself. I'm Jayashri Nair, working as an IT coordinator in Ahmedabad International School, Ahmedabad, since last 18 years. And during these years, I have worked as an IT teacher, a facilitator, and also worked with a project, e-learning project, as a project head for making e-learning softwares. So that was also one of few my backgrounds. I started my journey of working with computers back in 1992 from, I'll say that EDP, you can say that from the electronic data processing days to now that is ICT, that is information and communication technology. So you know that I have witnessed a radical change in technology from DOS to Windows to now Google Drive. So it was a wonderful journey of last 32 years of mine with, associated with computers. You will all agree with me right now, whoever is here, the educators, that the education has changed radically or dramatically, actually. The rise of e-learning, whereby the teaching is undertaken remotely and on digital platforms, has changed the concept of traditional education that we were doing. Being physically present in the classroom isn't the only learning option that anymore. And not at all, not with the rise of technology, at least, and the internet, of course. So the tools available today for teaching, the teaching community has varied, and one such tool to help collaborative learning and teaching is Google Currents. This you will know when I'll take you through this. I'll just share my slide screen right now. I hope you are all able to see my screen.
Yeah, it's good.
Loading. So Google Currents. Actually, Google Currents is, I'll just brief out a little about Google Currents. Google Currents is designed to connect your organization around shared interest, helping you collaborate with team members. And Current makes it easy to have a meaningful discussions by enabling the leaders and employees to exchange ideas across the organization and gather valuable feedback and input from others without flooding the inboxes. So Current is a new version of Google Plus. Those who were using Google Plus earlier will not have any problem of using Google Current as well. That's not much of a change. It's just that it has given a new shape and new name. And Current is also Current is available for G Suite customers and not for the professional use. At least not for this moment, for which gmail.com cannot use. It is only for the G Suite customers. And it allows you to have a similar group-like functionality such as your Facebook or LinkedIn kind. So it is very easy to learn, actually, those who are in the social networking platform. It can be made private for your organization and could share you can share the community created by you with other schools having G Suite. So for the school environment, I would like to say that you can organization unit, and which I'll be showing you how to do it. And it could be also used to gather evidences of student learning and understanding. So today what I'm going to cover through the session is why should we use currents for education, all the features of currents, how to access currents from your organization, that is the admin login. I'll take you through the admin login, that is your GSO admin.google.com. Once we go into the currents, I'll show you how to set the settings of currents, how to use the currents community and streams, which is again a new thing in currents. And I'll also take you through the best practices that we do at our school, that is Ahmedabad International School. Why currents for education? I'll little bit, not more, but back sometimes back before the pandemic, I was going through an article which was about the future of learning and teaching, big changes ahead by education. It was by Tricia McCollin, an Australian site I was just going through, and she was saying that according to her, the classroom will coexist as physical spaces and online, flipping the current learning model upside down so that the students can learn at home and spend class time collaborating, applying the knowledges to real life issues. And she also said that experiences that allows for collaboration, communication, and teamwork for all the students often happen beyond the classroom walls. We need to facilitate these experiences in context, and our classroom needs to be a reflection of this. Why I was reading out this, because I realized that this platform is allowing you to do this to connect students, collaborate and cooperation. You are able to do anywhere, any learning. You are able to do the flipped classrooms over here, blended learning, experience. Everything is possible if you're using it. That is why I just went through that. Once what she said is actually, we have witnessed that in the pandemic. Features of current, I'll just go through, because what are the features of current? Users can insert posts very easily. So those are using Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, they know that you don't need actually a session to how to use it. The same way here, you can attach relevant attachments or images, comment on posts, give feedback, ask questions at the same time. And the best thing is you can insert from Google Drive. You have that's the best thing, that all your files you don't need to upload. It's just that a click and you can do it. So currents make it easy to have meaningful discussion by enabling teachers to exchange ideas across the organization, gather valuable feedback and input from others. Staff and students can discuss subject specific content, expand on the lecture topics, and outside the classroom they can do this. And staff to post different types of feedback. For instance, a generic form of class feedback or answers to email questions. Therefore, everybody benefits from the collective responses, which is at one place. Students can respond and build upon answers to a question posted by students, that is a peer collaboration. All this is possible in features, in currents. And the best thing about this is that the administrator of GSUIT of your school may not be educator, and maybe I'm an IT person. I cannot tell that I'm an educator. I'm an IT person, yes. So the person can delegate the content management responsibility to a designated person who is a moderator. And this person could be one of the members of the specific community. So since content moderation is in the hands of the administrator, they can edit, pin post, move the post, and manage the community very easily. In this way, GSUIT for Google Currents is designed to your organization's social network. I hope that was a brief introduction of currents, and I think it was more elaborate, but yeah, this is what I wanted to. Now, I'll take you through the Google admin. So here I'll take you virtual to how to access currents for your organization. So those who are administrators of GSUIT here in my in the participants, I'll just click on to Google admin. This is my platform of Google admin login. You can go through admin.google.com and you can put your credentials and can directly reach here. So as an administrator, I have this page in front of me. Here you can see that there are in this hamburger thing, if I click on this, you have apps in the waffle. I click on this, you have additional Google services. You have Google Workspace things where you have all your apps, that is Drive, Docs, Sheets and everything, but this is additional Google services which I have to click. When I go to additional Google services, you can see here all these apps are some in the right hand side. You will see that some apps they're on for everyone, off for someone. And like that in currents, if I come to currents, it is on for some. You will see that in my organization, it is on for some. How is this on for some? So let me show you that I have made in my organization under the aischool.net, I have made some organization units for students, teachers, IBDP students. If I go on teachers, all the teachers are here in this organization unit, and for them, the currents is on. I can always override this by off or inherit to the parent or sub unit, sub organization unit under teachers if I have. In the same way, I can go to different organization units and make, for example, if I go to grade 1 and if I see the currents is not on for them, it is off. So this can be done in the admin. Now, after this is done, once you give the current access to the defined organization unit, you can always go to currents and to settings. Now we'll go to currents. And here you have certain settings that you have to do. The service status here is on for some, because we have given for some organization units. Advanced settings, content sharing and access, profile creation, which is turned off, adding your users directly, and analytics. Here this analytics will come in later. I'll show you this, how to do that. But all the settings is done at this stage, but I have not done any of these advanced settings during the current thing. This is as it is. So only this many settings are required in the admin part. Now we go. I hope this is clear. Is there anything that I can answer here?
Yeah. So this means that currents has to be enabled from the admin side first for the organization.
Yes. It has to be only done by administrator, not by any teacher, because this is additional services, right? So, wait.
So once it is done, then only it can be accessed by the users. So it's basically
only once you do it on, only then we have in this waffle. Wait, in this waffle, you will get currents over here only once you have clicked it on. Otherwise, it won't be shown to the users.
This means that this concept, this application, Google Currents, is only for the workspace users and it's not for individual users.
No, it is not for any users who have @gmail.com.
Okay,
only for G Suite. G Suite for
Only for
education
G Suite.
and G Suite for work. Yes.
And Jayashree ma'am, a question from me, for you is, we can also assign this to specific OUs, right?
Specific?
Yes.
Specific organizational units in the
Yes.
schools, like teachers or just the people in
So
administration.
what basically we do is, because in AI school we have from grade 1 to 12, right? So what we do is we make every class an organization unit. So you can give the additional, you can put on and off to each and every organization unit the way you want.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if I want to open the Google Books for someone, not for someone, you know. So there are so many additional services which we have to take license, or maybe that is being given to the Google for education. So that is not a big thing. We don't have to pay for it. So we can make it on and off on depending on the requirement of the age group.
Nice, thank you. There is one question from Amit sir, that is it available for GEG fundamentals, like the basic free plan?
No.
It has to be the education and
It is available, ma'am.
It's
Okay.
available?
Yeah, it is available for G Suits, yes. If you're having a workspace account, and if you're having even workspace account for fundamentals, it is available. Yes, it's not a paid version.
I'm not sure about it. Yes. Maybe.
I'm sure about it.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Please
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah. So now I'll take you from here to currents directly. Like once you have made it on for your organization, even if it is for some, this currents will be shown for the teachers login and the students who have access to current, not for grade 1 student or grade 2 student, but for the teachers and for the students who are in IBTP in case of my school. And then you can go directly to currents from here.
The only thing with currents is that you have to get it enabled from the admin section, as Rashmi ma'am just showed us. If it is
Yes.
enabled, it will be there.
Yeah, then it will be there. Right. So as I come to currents, you will see here that this is the front page of current, where you will be able to see like any other software feed
So,
and all. The moment I came here, yes, sir.
Yeah, this resembles like a Facebook wall page or a Google Classroom first wall page, something like that.
Correct. That is what I said, that it is very much similar to Facebook or LinkedIn, where you don't need more of learning. You can explore yourself, but still we'll go step by step. A few things which we need to know. Like this is the home page. So the sort is the feed is always by relevance or by recency. So maybe last few weeks our teachers are very busy checking papers and not coming into this, so there is no, most of the posts are not done in this, but I can just take you through that Mahakumbh has just completed. So the results of Mahakumbh are on. So the teachers have put here, grade 1 teacher has put that what the students are doing. So these are the best practices the teacher whoever teaches in whichever way, they want the other teachers to know that this is how we are teaching. So they will put here, and these are the results. These are the all posts coming here, not unbiased of the community. Like it's not through communities. All the posts are coming in this feed wherever I am a member of. So basically, I am a member of 4 to 5 communities. That is why I'm able to see all this post. Now we go back to communities, where I click on communities, and in our school we have a primary year program going on, and we have AIS collaboration and reflections, we have conferences, we have a higher secondary team, we have IBTP CAS program, we have theory of knowledge, and I have my own I have a technical tips community which I have created, where I keep on posting some tips, and if they want, they take it. If they don't want, they don't take. But yes, it is my duty to give them, tips. Like earlier in GEG, we had one Flipgrid app, so I just posted this, and I took a very nice. They were very happy that on Sunday I just took the Flipgrid, and they were really happy to use that. They are whiteboards, and so these are the things that I keep on posting as technical tips in my. So here you can, right now the hashtag you are seeing here is discussions. Back in November 2020, I had also put this, how to engage employees with currents, because it was very new for us as it switched from Google Plus to Google Current. So we were all thinking that it will be different and all that. So I also, because we were using Google Plus since 2016 for students, and it just changed into Google Currents in 2019. So they thought it is something new. So I just got this video and showed it to everyone that, oh, this is not that different, but there are so many new things which has come in, so you can use it. So most of the time this happens, and I just keep on posting, and people like it, people follow it, something like that. So we'll quickly go to this settings. If you go to this hamburger and see, there's settings. One is communities, one is profile, your own profile, where so all your communities that you are in, and your post, especially only your post will come here, and the people of your organization. So all the people who are there, you can see, who are following, same like Facebook, that you're following them, they can follow you back, how many followers. So nothing very great about this. And the notifications will keep on coming if you have kept it on. I'll take you to management tools, which is more interesting over here. So here the tags. So one more thing I would like to tell you here, that when and as an admin, I'm doing a setting for currents in the Google admin, and if I'm keeping it public, public in the sense that it is not private to only my organization, and if I'm putting it to the public, then what happens is all the tags around the world G Suits are using, it will come here. For example, let me take French, because we have French as a language in school. So the moment I click on French, you will see that one of our sir has made a post on this. But at the same time, when I go and click on communities, all the hashtag French communities will come here. But that does not mean that you are a part of that, or you can become a part of that. You can always, it is all private. You can see here, it is all private. But obviously, you can click and you can go inside only if they allow you to. So this will come only if you have kept your G Suite not private and you have kept it public. And there is people, but right now I don't think so. There will be, you can't see your people because we have tagged for French, and that's how you can, all your tags that you have put it in your community will come here. And it's a good practice of whenever you post something, you put a hashtag so that, you know, search becomes really very easy. I go to settings here. So that was management tools. Here, settings. I'll go to settings. Settings is not very difficult here. This is like, I'll just go one by one. Who can send you notification? Extended circle. A is a friend of B and B is a friend of C. So C is a friend of A. So we always keep extended circles, because in our community also we have like higher secondary teachers in one group. In one group there are primary teachers. In one group there are only admins. So you cannot just say that it is anyone, because anyone gives outside the thing. Only your circles is also not possible. So we keep that anyone can send you notification from the extended circle in your organization. Who can comment on your public post? Only AIS, only our people can comment. Who can see your likes and posts? Yes, the extended circle of our organization. Your extended circle doesn't mean outside the organization, it is inside the organization only. Post and video shared on current, show location not required, yeah, but all viewers can download my photo here. Somebody can ask that why all viewers can download the photos and videos on share on currents. Yes, this is very important for us, because in our school we have a social media department who takes the photos from here and repost it in Instagram and Facebook with their articles, because this is not for public. So whatever we want to put it as public, they will just download it from the best practices or Mahakund or whatever they. So we just give access of Google Currents to them, and there is no communication then required. They just see the post, and whatever they feel like putting it in Instagram and Facebook, they take it from here with the write-up. This becomes the communication more easier, that you don't have to say that, okay, so and so, please take today's post or take it from here or there. This becomes so easy for them. So this is also one of the good practices that we follow, that we teachers put, every class teachers put here, and they from here take it to the Facebook. The other settings are not that great. The notifications are of email through phone. You can click and do it. Location sharing is not required. Privacy, yes. Everything is not changed as it is. Account, delete your current profile, it's your wish. So this is the settings more or less. I want to go back to management tools to show you one more thing, stream and leaders. Here, what I was trying to say that these are our leaders, but we are not using that much because our organization is not that big. We are only 200 people. We can communicate with each other anytime, any day. We can call them and do it. But here, when you define leaders, their post, you can make it a spotlight and you can bring all their posts to the screens very easily. One such I have just kept it here so that for an example, though we don't use this, you can go and create a screen here and pull on all the hashtags in one place. For example, let's say tech tips. Tips, and you can go here and say hashtag tech tips. I don't know if I have activate and create a screen. So all the post which has I have to wait. I have to edit this because the spelling is wrong. You can do this also. Save changes. Not sure if I get preview of all the tech tips. I'm not getting, so that means I have not hashtagged it. But yes, I'll show you the another one. I have done the hashtag, but I'm not sure why it is not coming. I have taken this IBDP stream here. This in is from the current.com, I mean the address bar. I have taken this and I have taken the preview here. Here I am able to see, yes. So here I am able to see what all IBDP CAS activities I have just pulled it on. Honestly, I'm saying you this, we are not using too much because we do not have that many posts to stream in, but in large organizations where there are 20, 30 or 1,000 people, this becomes very easy for them to bring it to the stream. I'm not using stream, but I was showing stream so that anyone wants to use it, they can use it that way. When you go to community, one thing I have forgotten, I'll just show you that also. When you go to community and this is the most important things. Once I create a community, I have to bring people inside. So there is add people to Google, invite people with a link. You can bring with just copy this and send it to them through mail. This is how we invite. Or second way of inviting people, that whoever is on currents, they can come. These are on currents. I just have to click here and just invite them. This is also possible. I tried Google Groups, but I was not able to do that. I'm not sure why, because Google Plus was allowing me to do the Google Group. I tried to put a Google group name, but it was not allowing me to do that. So what I did is I just copied it and mailed it to my Google Group. That was possible. The three dots, we'll again go to this three dots. These three dots allow you to manage a post from home screen, sort the top most relevant or more recent top post. You can do it. Community notification on. Second is edit the community. When you go to edit community, you can put hashtags over here, tech tips, and you can add categories, more hashtags in your community. Ask people to join, hold post for review. It's not required here, but yes, you can curate, you can read, because there are many teachers. In a community, you want relevant post, and people try to post something not required for that. So the moderator will go through it, allow read through it, and then only post it in the community if it is. So hold post for review is only for those kind of things. Content control, stronger control, yes, you have to put it on. Additional information for the your community, you can always add it, it's optional. Again, going back, we have share a new post. You can put a new post from here, or you can just write it here. You can write, post it here. put a title. What you want to share, you can put. You can make this bold and italics and strike through is given. You can put a link. You can directly take a Google Drive file here. You can put an image. Video, yes, video also you can put, but video you have to put a link, or you can upload the video in the drive and put it as a file. You have here a poll which is going to go away very soon, but this is different. Like I have one. I'll just for this session I have created one community which I'll show you how it is. This community I've created conference. What we do is in end of the year in April, like we will close down in April on 30th of April for this academic year. That time we all meet, all the teachers, and we exchange. One day we exchange our learnings to each other. Like it may not be education, it can be cooking, it can be drawing, craft, anything. So we have made it unconference name, and when we go there, so to start with, I have to write, do you want the unconference for April? So I can post it to the group and somebody will say yes, somebody will say no. So poll is possible over here. This was just done for showing that this is how it can be done. Polling is possible here. We were back to this, manage members. Here I have 2 person. I can make a person remove from the community, demote from member to limited member, or promote the member to a moderator. Usually we make moderators so that they can take care of the community pin post and take care of everything. I just have to create a community and give it to them. I've not missed on anything, but yes, if anybody has any questions regarding this, we can ask.
I think, ma'am, there's a particular question in the chat, and just take it up with the first question, exactly the first question as well. How can we invite the member in the community?
Yeah, so this is the invite people with link. So first of all, we can invite any people of the
okay, from +1, okay.
So this is a plus, there is a sign over here. This is, there are 2 ways to invite a person into that. One is from link. So usually we take the link and copy paste it, write a brief note and write an email, and they can directly come. I'll also, I can show you one example. So let's say one of my friend has created this community and she has invited me. So you will get something like in classroom, you accept. So you just have to follow. So this mail would come to you, or when you go to that person's community, you can just add there. This is how it happens. It is simple as classroom, but the link comes like this.
Does it have to be from within a community, or can it be from generally within currents?
Within currents. Like in community, yes, you have to post it as a link.
Specific community. Okay, thank you.
Yes, you have to send it as a link. So
another important question, ma'am, that can we invite a member from our own organization, or can we invite any member from any other organization?
You have kept it public. If you have kept the currents public, then any G Suite, the others who are using G Suite,
from any workspace, okay.
Yeah, any workspace.
But particularly from a workspace, not an individual user.
Not an individual, because they don't have current. They have to buy, or maybe it is not on for them.
It's not possible, yeah, it's not possible. It's only through the workspace.
And we haven't tried this, sir, but we can try this because you also have a G Suite. So we can create a community and do this, because we haven't done it outside the organization.
Yeah, maybe we can try it.
Yes, because the need has not come till now, but we can always do this and try.
Yeah.
I have also not read in the Google. Yes, but I have read that you can, you can call the communities from other communities of the one who are using G Suite. That I have read, but we have not tried. So we can try this out.
So the Panna ma'am is asking, can I join the community outside the organization?
Outside the
So-
organization, those who are using G Suite, and you should also having G Suite.
Yeah, so it's basically only for the workspace users or the G Suite users. It's not for individuals. So I cannot use it. I cannot join Google Currents with my GG India ID. I have to have an organizational ID from
Yes,
where I can,
organization.
and my admin has to enable the Currents app
Correct.
into the organization.
Right. If you go to the Waffle right now, sir, you will not find Currents over there because it is your personal email ID.
Yeah. Yes,
No.
exactly. It's not there in the personal.
But
And,
what I'm trying to say is, if I have a G Suite, I am a member of AISchool.net, and you are a member of your school, and then we can try, making communities and invite you with link. We can try that.
Yeah, so we will definitely try it out, ma'am. So the way we can just come to with possible cross organization.
Yes, cross organization we can try, and that would be a very good practice actually.
Yeah, so Jayshree ma'am, there is a question that Tejal is asking, that she is using or he is using G Suite. Can they join somebody else's community, or it has to be only by invitation?
By invitation.
So it cannot be searched online like Google Groups, and
Yeah,
you
if you
cannot
search
request people.
online, yeah, ma'am. If you search online and if it is public, you can see that when I went here, I'll just go again and show you. If I use this culture as a hashtag, and if I go to communities,
Mhm.
the communities that you are seeing here is not ours. This is worldwide communities which have hashtag culture, but they are all private. Can you see here?
Mhm.
All are private. So,
So if
they
you try
have
to, if you try to click on any
I'll
of
try.
those, you
But
won't be
the
able to
moment
see.
I try and go there, sorry, you need an invitation to join this private community.
Mhm.
So when you get an invitation, you can join. So this is what I was trying to say, that we give an invitation to another G Suite and try this. Because
So like
right now,
something like you both were talking about inter-organizational
inter-organization.
exchange program, or let's say your students and the students from a
Correct.
different city state are trying to interact with each other, understand how things
And-
work.
and
So this is
yes.
a good, safe, secure place for
Very
them to be together. Yeah.
yes. So earlier, what we used to do is we had a lot of other apps also to do, but this one will be a common platform where you can exchange your
Exactly.
idea.
Yeah. Since it is from the Google platform, I think we can
Yes.
seamlessly integrate other applications data into this app. So
Mhm.
this will be more. So we may not be adding some other or extra applications, but within the bucket of the G Suite.
And you can share your
Absolutely.
files, forms, Google apps. I mean, all the Google apps can be shared. Like somebody was telling me, why Jayshree, why should we use Google Currents? We have Blogger, we have this, we have that. How many we have to learn? So I said, you can also link the Blogger over here. Why not? Put your
Mhm.
Blogger over here.
So Jayshree ma'am, Panna ma'am has raised the hand. Panna ma'am, please go ahead and ask your question.
Yes,
So my question was since you said that these communities are private, so as in
Yeah.
Google Group, sometimes we can find others and request for invite. Similarly, is there something here where we can request if you want to join some other organization?
I'm not sure about this, ma'am. Only with link we can join.
Okay.
That again becomes very dangerous because anyone can go and click and say, I want to join.
Yeah, and
it's
I
not-
think that is the difference, because Google Groups are more inclusive and this is organizational. So just for
Yes.
security and privacy of the data as well as the people working there, the students, I think this is more for within an organization.
in an organization, and very and I think it is safer also for students
Mhm.
and teachers.
Yeah, so like in some places there is like after accepting the invite only you can attend. So that was my question. Like
You saw that there are only two ways to invite into your community. That is what I was showing. That when you go to any of the communities, you have only two ways to invite. One is with link, and one is the people on current. So invite the people on current, or add people in Google groups directly, which I tried. I was not able to.
Ma'am, can you just try? Can you just invite people? Can you just invite me using invite people on Currents?
Okay, so you have your G Suite thing.
Yes.
So I'll just
Open a digital ID. So it will be Dr. Invite people on currents. You just
Acha, okay, I'll do that. Invite people on currents. But sir, what happens here? When I do invite people on currents, I'll have to search.
yeah. So just search for is Dr. Varya at the rate rosaryschoolrajkot.org.
Dr. D.I.
Varya, Varia.
Only people on AI school can I have not put that AI.
Yeah, I was also thinking probably another admin setting to allow other people from different organizations to join should be enabled.
No, it's not coming because see, only one letter of D is coming, only Dr. Mehul Siddharth of our school, nobody else.
Only people on aischool.net can see this.
See, that I have not kept it on, but still, it is not. I can do one more thing, sir. I'll try one more thing. I'll just copy this link and send you as a mail.
Okay.
That is also possible. So I'll just, or else I give you this link.
Could you even put it into the text chat so we might all join, or who are interested, please?
Yeah.
Those are having the current account, yeah. Okay, so we already have.
So now you try, because I am also trying this for the first time.
There's an error. The requested error was not found on this server.
Okay. So, sir, are you using the G Suite email
Fundamentals,
address?
yes. We are using for fundamentals.
Okay. This is something which I also don't know because we haven't used it outside the.
But you know what? This is so interesting that we are testing it amongst our selves, and we are learning something new. Like, will it work? Will it not work?
So till now, Reshma ma'am, nobody in our school has said that we don't want to use currents. Everyone is very happy using currents. So everyone has their own community. They discuss among themselves. I'll take you to one of the communities where it's very interesting. Actually, we have a lot of this collaboration happens where the teachers post. Lot of reflections. They put like what they do in the class, how they do. So the other teachers also go through it. Oh, that's such a nice, and they describe what they did in the class. It's really wonderful to see that. And you don't need to come to a room and discuss, today I did this in the class or today I did that in the class. Not required, because you are there and whatever they do in the class, they post it. And they have their iPhones or their iPads. So,
no, this is so interesting that within the organization, you're sharing what you're doing in the class.
Every day they do it, not that. And this is one of the, and during the pandemic, I think this was so helpful. Because you are at home, you don't know how to teach. And somebody has tried something and they said, oh, I did this and it worked out, So
Jayashree, I have a newbie question. I'm an admin at World University and School with very few students. If I wanted to give, say, 100 people access to currents, would I have to give them a World University and School email address, and then, which would make them part of World University and School in G Suite or in Google Workspace for Education, and then give them access to currents? I don't know if you might know that, but that's sort of the newbie question.
They have to be part of, the first and the foremost thing is that they have to be a part of G Suite for Education. So they have to have an email address of G Suite.
So I might have to give them a G Suite email. Okay, thank you.
Right. Yes. And if you have 100 of students in your university and you want to give 10 of them the Google Current access, then you have to make an organization unit with that and then give them the access for currents. Or if you make it on for everyone, it becomes on for everyone. Everyone can use it.
Currents is brilliant. Thank you for your great presentation.
Oh, thank you. I hope it was helpful.
I was just trying to search Jayashree using currents, but I think it's not possible because it's a very closed account of Jayashree.
Which of your was not found on the server. That's all we
Yeah.
know. Okay, I will also try some ways. I'll go to the advanced setting and see how it is possible that if I want the community to, because maybe it is very private to our organization right
See,
now.
when you just click on search the currents, you get an option that search within AIS.net or something like that. So you just, when you switch it off, you can have it directly.
Currents at google.com. This one, this.
No,
You're
the
talking
previous,
about this?
any of this. Go to the home of currents, any of the screens here. Just open the currents.
Home. I'll go to home. That is currents.google.com.
Yeah. So over here, when you say search currents,
Search currents, yes. What do I
you're
search?
trying to search something and you get an option which is search within the organization.
Yeah, only within the organization. Yes.
No,
So it can
you
be a
get an
name.
option, so you have to switch it off.
Huh?
You have to switch that option off so that it will search from outside the organization. I think that is, yeah, this is a switch.
Oh, this is
When
including
you own
content.
this, include
This is
currents from
include
outside.
content
Yeah, see,
from
here it
outside.
is. You see it.
So there is a switch where you have communities from
Yeah, so
outside.
limit search to see. This switch is on. You see the bottom of the search.
Limit search here.
You just switch it off. Yeah. And then maybe the search is possible.
So what do I search for?
Try search Rosary School. ROSARY. Are we there? ROSARY. Yeah.
Rosary. This one is your community?
No. This is not that as space
Uh-huh.
school. I don't know whether it's public available or not. So it's not there.
So probably, Dr. Vishal, you will have to turn it on from your end. You have to
to-
create a community and then it will be
The moment
searchable.
you create it on, maybe
Yeah.
yes, that time I will be able to search. Because when I write rosary, because I have kept, I'll just show you here that here in currents, when I go to this additional thing, you will see here that content sharing and access. Changing the settings may affect existing current content. The setting may not apply to select users to your organization. Learn mode. So you can make it public mode. Yes. So I have kept it public mode only for us to. I thought maybe if I keep it public for this session, maybe I will be able to, but I'm not able to.
So this is subject to exploration. And I think, ma'am, we will be definitely getting in touch with the cross-institutional communication using currents.
I'm actually happy about learning of a new tool which is within our Google Workspace, and we have never explored it and never used it intensively so much.
I would just express it, Reshma, that you have already created a GEG Pune community on currents.
Awesome, wonderful.
You have created either, but you have created with I have created. There is a GEG Pune community there.
Oh, really? Maybe while trying Arab, like.
I think you must have created it.
Okay, I'll test. I'll check it out, because probably while exploring, like clicking on each type of apps that were existing, I might have created long back. But I'm going to give it a try and see what all we can do. Maybe that can be a really good place for our teachers.
All of us to all of
you
us
must
to
have created using the trainer ID. Trainer,
right.
Yeah.
So I'll log into my trainer domain and check. Probably in one of the trainings I might have created just to show what it is. But I will still go and explore. Maybe that can be a great place for us to connect and share, exactly like Jayashree ma'am showed us, like her teachers share what they did in school today. So instead of putting it on WhatsApp and going on to Twitter, that can be a really close.
What makes currents more interesting and impressive from my point of view is it is open within the organization and it is yet closed within the organization. Suppose if you have got, say, members working from different places and within the same organization, then your communication is within the organization, but it's open to people anywhere in your organization. So you just say that Google as a company have many departments and they are working from different places of the world.
Yes,
they can still be interacting with each other, discussing on common topics, learning and sharing from each other using currents.
Very true.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And for everybody who joined us today, if you have any questions, please feel free to open your mic, raise your hand, and we will try to answer it, or we can collaboratively find answers to it, maybe.
Yeah.
And today we also have some feedback form as well, where you can be also getting attendance certificates. I'm just sharing the feedback link over here.
And those who are not admins in their school, or those who are not sure that you don't have access to all these things, it will be a great idea to talk to your administration, talk to your principal, share with them what you just learned, and then explore how it can be helpful in your school and the organization. Maybe you can have communities just open for particular students and a teacher to share their projects amongst themselves. You can have a group of subject teachers sharing knowledge about what they did in school.
What
So I
happens
think
is we have some organizations, we have got let's say DPS. DPS is an organization which is present in many cities of India, Delhi Public School. So it's something like if they can have it as a common platform where they can exchange information using currents. So we have many such schools. We have got multiple campuses, but they still belong to one group of organization, and there this exchange is very easy possible. And then the most wonderful feature I just liked, when I just saw Rachel Ma'am's wall on the current, was you can easily take the poll. You don't need an extra tool for it. So the tools that you can use within the current application, those tools are these are very much required. And unlike Twitter, there's no comparison, but unlike Twitter, there is no limit of word space.
Something like, Dr. Varia, you're sending out a notice to all the teachers about a specific meeting, or you're sending out the schedule to all the teachers that, okay, next week, this is going to be the change in schedule, send it to tell your students. I think this is a great space to, instead of sending somebody to each classroom, like what I remember, like going to the teacher reading out the notice, signing that, okay, she has received it. I think it's a great place to compile everything at one place.
And you can use this as an internal publication tool as well. You can have different teachers contributing their publications to this particular tool, and you can still compile as one community where you can have monthly such articles contributed by teachers.
Yes, possibilities are unlimited. I think the more we think how we can use it.
One such example is like when we sent out letters to parents. So that time we don't, we don't do it as AC to the teachers. The administrator just sent this to the parent. The teachers are clueless what was sent. So, so what we do is after sending, we put it in the community that this was sent. So it was so easy to access. You don't have to search for the mail. That one day, somebody mailed me that ऐसा कुछ parent को गया था. Lekin if there is, it is there. It is in one place. You can always go back and check. Mailbox is always flooded. So
I think another thought just came to my mind, that any teacher leaving your organization, whatever that teacher has done all these years still remains there. It doesn't go with her mailbox, right? Because this is something happens. Everything that was done is just erased completely, and you don't know where to find it now. So a lot of things that we can think of.
It's worth exploring. It's worth exploring.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I have a question about the link you shared, the currents.google.com communities link. I haven't been able to get in, and I'm not sure if others have not. I wonder if we can test I wonder if we could test and explore to after the end of this session, even to become part of a group that you make and access currents from the inside. And someone mentioned about relating to GEG India, but just the 25 of us all together in a new Google Currents group that you create for experimentation and learning.
Scott, I would just say that it would be possible only if a member is using a G Suite or a workspace account. It won't be possible with an individual account. So probably, I can use it with my work ID, and Jeshivam can use it with her work ID, because we both are into having a Google for Workspace for education. So anyone who is using Google Workspace, suppose if you're using a Google Workspace for your work university, right? Then I think that collaboration will be possible. But if you're using it from a personal Gmail ID, then that invite would not be applicable to you.
So it sounds like I would have to give everyone a World University and School Google Workspace email address.
Mhm.
And then I
you
could,
have to get a World University Google Workspace for fundamental.
so the experiment could go further that way. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we are almost at the end of the session. Dr. Varia has shared the feedback link with all of you. Please let us know what all other topics you will like to learn. And we have a great group of educators around the world, connection with a lot of them. And there are everyone who is ready to share their expertise, just like Jayashree ma'am did today. So if you know something that you would like to share, feel free to email me or Dr. Varia or anybody in our team, and we will get in touch with you. So thank you so much, Jayashree ma'am, for your time, and thank you everyone else, those who were present in the meeting, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining for this session. And yeah, I will be sharing some more PD sessions with you on the email, and we'll meet up soon. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.